This episode is in dedication to Friendship is Witchcraft, Button's Adventures, Fighting is Magic, and any other fan-made projects that have been shut down by Hasbro's legal department. May you rest in peace, all of you, and we hope you find roots as original content projects in the future. But enough of that. I've got books to crack, documents to read, and an entire legal team to tear apart. Actually, I think I'm about to become the villain of the piece, because this time, I'm taking their side. Most bronies don't really look into how the legal system works before just assuming Hasbro's being the bad guy by taking down fan-made projects. But if they were to look a little deeper, they'd see that in actuality, what Hasbro is doing is perfectly fine, and in fact is the best course of action. Allow me to elaborate. From what I've seen, in terms of how Hasbro deals with them, there are three types of fan-made projects in the brony community. The first are the projects that Hasbro does nothing about, either not noticing them or just not caring, such as Legends of Equestria. The second are those that Hasbro did at one time try to attack, but has backed off from, such as Dr. Wolf's reviews. The third are, sadly, the ones that Hasbro has completely shut down, such as Fighting is Magic. Some may say that the first of these just get off easy by flying under the radar. However, this isn't quite the case. Since I brought it up as an example, let's look at Legends of Equestria. As a member of the PR team for this game, self-obsessed plug, I've listened in on how they work, and actually, it makes a lot of sense how they've avoided getting hit with a cease and desist. Legends of Equestria does not involve any characters from the show, it has the place names changed to avoid any trademarks, and it bills itself as being inspired by the show rather than based on it like many people would. So what, does this mean that all projects would be fine if they didn't use any trademark names? Actually, yes it does, but that's not the only way to go about it. After all, My Little Investigations uses trademark characters, but it's not going anywhere anytime soon, and this is because it's a completely non-profit creation. But wait, I hear you all complaining. Friendship is Witchcraft was non-profit, Button's Adventures was non-profit. Except, they might not have been. If Sherklop Pones and Jan Animations are YouTube partners, which is entirely possible, then their videos have been set to generate revenue for them not only through advertisements, but also based on the views, comments, and likes their videos get. While the videos themselves were not made to be profited off of, them being on these guys' channels would have had them fall under profitable by default. Then again, that's just a theory, since we can't tell for certain if they have partnerships without straight up asking them, and they're kinda too busy for that. But wait! I hear you complain again. Fighting is Magic was non-profit! But guess what? It wasn't. Not in the eyes of Hasbro's lawyers at least, and they had good reason to see it the way they did. Very few people actually know the details behind the cease and desist that Main 6 got, but one good place to find said details is on a somewhat unknown Twitch video by Ultra Chen TV. I'll let the guys in the video do the talking.
So I think the generally known facts are that they've been working on this game for a long time. They've been working on it for a couple of years,
right.
In fact, and they've been pretty public about it the whole time as far as the MLP community goes.
Which is why it makes it odd that the cease and desist letter came up all of a sudden, because they've been pretty loud about it, right?
We knew about it, right?
They haven't been hiding it, but a lot of people are even saying that it might just have been Evo's fault that it kind of got into the news because of that donation drive, and so everyone kept hearing about it, and so Hasbro's like, whoa, if people can donate this much money for this game, maybe we should not let them make it anymore or something.
I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I can tell you from experience, just as a general matter, that a lot of companies have this big disconnect between different parts of their company. Between the PR side, the marketing side, and people who deal with the community, people who advertise, all that stuff, and then the legal department.
Right.
They tend to be very separate entities, and oftentimes something that one side knows, maybe the other one doesn't. I've seen that happen a bunch of times.
Okay.
It's not rare at all.
For those unaware, EVO here is referring to EVO 2013, for which Fighting is Magic was nominated. The game whose community donates the most money towards breast cancer research gets featured at the event, and when Fighting is Magic got nominated, bronies donated so much money that the rules of the drive had to be changed to accommodate it. So when Hasbro heard about that, they panicked, realizing that Fighting is Magic had such a big following that if they let it slide, it could potentially become a profitable game and they wouldn't be able to stop it. So they cracked down while they had the chance, and presto, no more fighting is magic. So that explains a couple of YouTube series and a fan game, but there's so much more to look at. How about people like Dr. Wolf and Josh Scorcher who've had videos taken down by Hasbro only to go back up later? Well, funny enough, reviews and reaction videos are actually completely allowed so long as they follow a few rules. And actually, reviewers and reactions often follow these rules exactly. So, why is Hasbro taking them down? Answer: they aren't. The blame here should be shifted to YouTube's rather shaky copyright system. It's very easy to claim footage or music used in someone else's video as your own, so all it takes is one idiot deciding to be a troll to a popular reviewer, and the review gets taken down until the person who made it contacts YouTube to get the claim removed. Plus, sometimes a video will be marked as containing someone else's material without an actual person doing it, which is because of bots monitoring the website. If one of the bots detects that your video contains copyrighted footage or music, regardless of it falling under fair use terms, it'll take action right away depending on how severe it finds the infraction. This can range from just running ads alongside your video, to muting its audio and forcing you to replace it, to outright blocking it from being viewed. Once this happens, you have to contact the original holder of the copyrighted material to get them to dispel a claim they never made, or in some cases just wait for the bot to smack itself upside the head a few times and fix the problem itself. And yet Hasbro gets blamed for it, despite them never even lifting a finger against reviewers. So we've covered abridged series, games, reviews, and we touched on animations. But let's go back there for a moment. Not too long ago, it was revealed that there was a leak for the Flash puppets or models or something, sorry I don't know anything about 2D animation, for characters used in My Little Pony. Since these models are owned by Hasbro, whenever they find something they think the models are being used for, they crack down and claim ownership, which, while harsh, is what they are supposed to do. The problem is, they do this for anything that looks like the original models, meaning they've been taking down animations that actually have fully original puppets. Dumb, right? Nope. They are supposed to be doing this, until the situation involving the leaked puppets is resolved. So if people using these leaked puppets stop doing so, and people who make very realistic ponies take a break, everything can go back to normal. But you know how the internet is, they're never going to listen. So yeah, anyone who does show accurate pony animations, you're kinda SOL at the moment. So what else is there to talk about? Artists? They're usually safe because they have such distinctive styles, even if they offer paid commissions. Fanfic writers? As long as they don't claim any Friendship is Magic canon character as their own, they're good too. Musicians? Okay, yeah, Hasbro honestly has no right to take down original pony songs that are only connected to the show through being related. Honestly, I think they're just being a little money hungry at that point. And trying to copyright the term brony, they just legally can't do that. So many reasons why they can't, just trust me. It's really simple when you think about it. Most of what Hasbro is doing is perfectly fine, but because the fandom doesn't do their research, they overreact and claim Hasbro is the devil or something. You guys want to know the truth? Hasbro has to crack down like this. If they let anything, fan-made or not, that uses their copyrighted characters, styles, places, or anything else slip by, then they would have a much harder time defending their trademarks if some other business tries to do the same thing and make money off of it. Copywriting something doesn't mean you own it forever. It means other people can't use it without your express permission, but you can lose it if you don't try to protect it. It's like a capture point in Team Fortress 2. Once you have it, people can still try to take it, and it's up to you to keep them away. Yes, Hasbro has made some dumb moves, but when it comes right down to it, they're only doing what needs to be done. Don't fault them for doing their jobs, even if them doing their jobs means you miss out on some of the better things this fandom can provide. All good things must come to an end, after all. If you want your project to stay up, get permission first, or just go to whatever lakes you can to avoid treading on trademark property. Because in the end, if something gets taken down by Hasbro's legal department, it's not the lawyer's fault. It's your fault.
Hey, want to help make future episodes of Cutie Mark Laboratories better than ever? Check the description below for a link to my Patreon account and donate to receive cool rewards in addition to supporting this channel and show. Also, while you're at it, check the description for a link to a survey I'm running for an upcoming episode. Fill it out as accurately as you can and spread the word, and you'll help a rather important episode be as accurate as it can possibly be. Thanks for sticking around!